The other day I stopped down at Progressive Field, kind of on a mission of, well, what's going on with the Indians? Slogging along at 500. I was pleased to see that Terry-Francona at the front office were actually asking the same questions, where Francona said he had more meetings in the last couple of days heading into this weekend series than he had had in 2 years. And kind of, well, what is the problem? You know what, you get right down to it, somehow the Indians don't have the same edge as last year. You know, I was hoping the Tribe would be like the Kansas City Royals. In 2014, the Royals surprised everybody. They were the wild card team, made it all the way to the World Series, lost in 7 games. They came back in 2015 and won something like 96 games, dominated the Central Division. And then they won the World Series. I was hoping we'd see that from the Indians. Now, it's certainly possible the Indians could win the Central, you know, get back to the World Series and so on, but they're not playing like it right now. And, you know, there's a lot of theories why they don't have Napoli in this. Well, I think we're all of a sudden seeing the last few days why they do have Edwin-encarnacion. He's gotten hot. The home runs are flying. But it's just, you look at this team, 222, 222. That's what they're batting with runners in scoring position. It's driving Francona nuts because he feels like the team has become too reliant on hitting home runs. They're not taking extra bases. I know he really has been pushing them just to play with a sharper edge, be more aggressive. He mentioned how some of his Boston teams, as he said, you know, we could go out and kind of play sloppy baseball, not worry about any stolen bases. He goes, we'd hit 2 3-run homers, so we'd win 6-5. He goes, I've managed teams like that. That's not this team. That wasn't this team a year ago. So, you know, we have to get going. I'll look at some of the batting averages with guys in scoring positions. You know, here we go. Scribbles in the notebook right here. You know, just a couple of them. You go look at Encarnacion is actually up to 133, up to that. Francisco-Lindor, by the way, who's gotten kind of pull happy and too many home runs too early, 180 with runners in scoring position. Last year, Jose Ramirez was a 350 hitter with runners in scoring position. Is 236 this year. Michael-Brantley, a career 320 hitter with runners in scoring position, 230. So whether these guys are pressing or what, I don't have a really good answer. You know, and the other element, of course, is starting pitching has struggled all year. But I just feel that somehow the Indians better realize, you know, they have to play better than this. They're staggering into the playoffs as a wild card team or barely beating out the Minnesota Twins. That's not going to do it. Because remember last year, what saved them is right towards the end of June, they went on a 14-game winning streak. And from there on out, they finished 94-68 and blew away everybody in the Central. They were the best team in the American League with a home record. This year's home record is 1 game under 500. So guys, you want to start to shape up, win some home games.